One answer only. If you had to hide a dead body, who do you call?
Dad?
Chad.
Oh my God, my answer was also Dad.
No, I said Chad. Our
Oh,
guest
Chad.
that is coming on the podcast.
that's true.
He's already told me you take it down to the swamps and the alligators eat them, and then it's just gone.
Hi, I'm Dev, the oldest.
I'm Trey, the middle child.
And I'm Nick, the youngest.
Must like boys.
Like or like?
Oh, he's already interrupting.
Must Like Boys is a podcast by us, the Peas. We're three siblings with a last name you'll never spell right and opinions you didn't ask for.
We live in 3 different time zones, have 3 different zodiac signs, but one thing we have in common is we all like boys.
Each episode we bring 3 mystery topics to the table. Pop culture, politics, pride, parenting, psychology, basically anything with a pulse.
Yeah, guys, I'm not going to overthink it.
So here we go. So this week we have our first Phone a Friend episode.
Yes, we have my best friend Chad Clifford on the hotline.
Not on right now. We're gonna get through the first 2 segments and then he'll join.
So Chad is a state representative in the state of Colorado. He lives in Denver. He's a jack of all trades, and he is one of the most interesting people I know.
He's kooky.
He's kooky.
Before we get into Chad and topics for this week, though, Nick, you texted me a couple days ago and said you had a crazy story.
Yes.
What's your crazy story? I want to know.
All right. So Alex and I went to the city last week. He had an appointment. I had to go by
city, like Brisbane.
Yeah, the central business district, downtown. Thank you.
Okay.
He had an appointment. I was going to go look for suits for a wedding. We park. We both go our separate ways, and about an hour later, he comes to meet me in the suit shop, and we go get some food, and we're shopping, and he turns to me and says, "Where's the car?" And I was like, "What do you mean, where's the car?" And he's like, "You parked the car." And I was just like, "What do you mean I parked the car? We parked the car together, and we both left the car."
Is Alex driving?
He was like, Alex was driving.
Okay.
Now, we have a RAV4, which is one of the push-to-start type of things, so you don't need the physical key. We realized that we've left the car in a loading zone with the keys in it, with the car still on. In the middle of the city. Like, anyone just could have taken the car, could have stolen the car, could have done, I was like, "You have to be kidding me." He's like, I told you to move the car. I was like, "You did not even hand me the keys." And he's like, "Well, the keys are in the car." And we had this huge fight in this little shop, and I was just started hysterically laughing because how else do you deal with a situation like this? And we're booking it through the city, trying to find this car. And we're like, someone's definitely stolen our car. The car's been towed. And we get back to the car. The car is on with the air conditioning on, with the lights on, in the loading zone. There's not a ticket. There's not a boot. There's nothing.
How long were you guys out for?
2.5 hours.
Oh.
It was just sitting there for 2.5 to 3 hours.
In America, that car would have been gone.
It gives me less faith in you and Alex's abilities, but somehow weirdly more faith in humankind. Like that the good people of Brisbane, Australia did not take it.
Yeah.
It's a free car.
Yeah.
There are good people left in the world. I feel like last episode was pretty dark, a little bit heavy.
Confirmed. I got feedback and they were like, yeah, it was kind of heavy.
Well, okay, so we're not going to talk about the Rainy Street Ripper this time. We're going to fluff it up a little. We're going to talk about celebrities in the wild. So,
wait,
I would love
kind of similar, so that's fun.
Wait, what? Do we have duplicate topics? I want to hear if you have a good story of your best celebrity sighting in an unexpected place. I want to know, when have you seen a star in the wild? My best celebrity sighting was in July 2012. I was in Nashville, Tennessee with two of my best friends from college. We were going out for breakfast at this cute little spot called Fido. And I'm sitting there eating, and all of a sudden, my friend sitting across from me who's facing the door, she her reaction is like, and I thought this cafe was getting robbed. I was getting ready to like get my phone and call my loved ones because I was like, clearly the man with a machine gun just walked into this
Yeah.
cafe. What is her reaction? But it turns out it was Taylor Swift who just waltzes into the cafe. Nick, you're acting surprised. Have you never heard this
Yeah,
I feel
right?
like I
story?
have, but honestly, I feel like I haven't heard the story since she's
Since
gotten so
Since
much more
2012?
2012,
famous. Like, yeah, probably. Yeah. At that point, she wasn't that big, really.
Red
Right.
had just come out.
2012,
Yeah.
I had to look this up because I couldn't remember the details. That summer, Red had not come out. Red came out that fall, but in the summer, like the month after in August, is when she released We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, which was kind of her pop
Yes.
breakthrough song and album. That summer, she was splitting her time between Nashville, LA, and Cape Cod, where she had just bought that big mega mansion because she was dating Connor Kennedy. At the time, she was for sure a mega country star, but she could still fly under the radar enough to walk into Fido in Nashville and sit at a table, sat like a couple tables behind us with her friends and ate breakfast, and like nobody really bothered her. She was doing a little bit one of these kind of like like leaning her hand on her face away from the main part of the restaurant. But at the same time, I remember being like, she has red lipstick on. So she clearly wasn't fully trying to blend in because you don't
What
go to brunch with your signature look.
what was
Yeah.
her hair at the moment? Was that her short era?
Okay, no. So my one, this is such a like catty comment, and I'm like hesitant to even say it, but the interesting thing I remember about her hair was she had it in a ponytail, but it was like so thin, like it looked like baby hair's ponytail. So I was like, okay, I think she definitely must wear some serious hair extensions because her natural hair was like there just wasn't a lot of it there. It
You're
was like this, like just like a little
Yeah,
teeny
you might
strand.
you might get some real serious hate from the Swifties by that
I
comment.
mean, I listen, she has gorgeous hair. I'm just saying, one morning in July 2012, her hair looked like it needed some help, okay? We've all been there, Tay Tay, I get it. Okay, so give me one fun celebrity in the wild story.
I'm going to go because Trey's is going to be better. During Pride one year, we were in New York just as gay marriage was being legalized. Trey took us to some rooftop bar. It was some hotel. It was very beautiful. And Zachary Quinto was there with his boyfriend. And I saw him from across the way and I was like, oh my God, that's wild.
Who is I don't know who that is.
Zachary Quinto he's a gay
Lost,
actor.
wasn't he?
He was in Heroes. He was in
He was Spock, I
he
think,
was
in
Spock, yes, in Star
he
Trek.
has a
The
very
new Star Trek.
pronounced face.
Oh,
Very
okay.
pronounced brow and beard, and I was a little starstruck, and so I proceeded to get a little bit more drunk so that I could go over and just talk to him. And then I finally did, and I just said, hey, I'm a big fan. Like, I don't even know exactly what I said, but he was very nice. He talked to me like a normal person, and then he introduced me to his like supermodel boyfriend, and I shook his hand and chatted to them for a bit, and then I walked off.
I don't know
Nice.
if mine counts though, because it wasn't really like a celebrity spotting. But it is a good story, so I'm going to tell it quickly. I was a brand ambassador for Jägermeister for a few years in New York, and I would work between the hours of like 6 and 10 p.m. on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. And so I had work that night, I remember. I was like in the city, and my friend texted me and he said, what are you doing in a few hours? And I said, I'm working. Why? He said, do you want to come to Gaga's studio in New York and listen to her album? And that was before Joanne was released. This was 2017. I didn't even have time to go home because I remember I had a backpack with my nice camera in it. I remember there were valuables in it. I said, absolutely. I went over to the studio, which is in West Village, and I didn't at this point know that she was going to be there. He didn't tell me that, and he didn't know. And we were like in line. There's probably 20 of us, and she comes rolling up with 3 black Escalades and gets out of the car and was like, I heard you guys are here to listen to my new album. And I was like 3 feet away from her, and she was so tiny, and I freaked out. And anyway, I wasn't allowed to bring a backpack in, so I had to leave my backpack with my nice camera on the streets of New York. And I remember I like hid it in a garbage pile because I was like, maybe no one will touch it. Speaking of people, good people in this world, no one ended up
You
touching
have
it.
leaving things in cities.
I
Oh my
essentially
God, you're
went downstairs into the recording studio, and she wanted to personally greet everyone at the door. So I like, when it was my turn, I walked up to her and I was like, hi. I was like, can I hug you? Because the 3 people in front of me had not like touched her. They just were like greeted her. And she
Mhm.
was like, of course, sweetie. And she jumped on me and kissed me on the temple. It
Uh,
was we literally just sat around her studio, and she passed a blunt around, and we ate pizza that she ordered for everyone, and we got a play by play to all of her songs. It was like it was an insane night.
did she get
Um,
to talk to her mom too?
I did talk to her mom. I asked her what I should do for my tattoo. It was one of those things that was so surreal, but also like I wasn't even starstruck leaving it. I was like, she was so like oddly approachable and normal, and I don't know. It was really
mm,
beautiful.
kind of humanized her a bit.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it was special.
Trey, you
Uh,
said your topic is related to celebrities?
Yes. Like my topic is I want to talk about the VMAs because they had just happened. And for me, the VMAs are like VMAs and the Grammys are kind of like the Super Bowl. You get, all the artists, the looks on the red carpet, the performances, all of that stuff I love. Did you guys watch it? Did you see any snips?
No. I was just thinking, please do not ask me a question about this because I don't pay attention to current pop
oh,
culture at all.
I
No.
saw some snippets. I saw Gaga winning, and I also saw Doja Cat eating her lipstick. That's all I saw.
What? Eating her lipstick?
It's a gag. It's a bit. I don't know. She's eating her lipstick.
Yeah, she's kind of
She
notorious
pretends
for
to put
like
it
she'll
on.
like take her vape on the red carpet. It's very like degaff in all senses. But anyway, a little bit of background check on the VMAs. And one, do you guys know what year it came out when it first premiered?
I think it's like
Uh-uh.
2001.
I would guess 89.
1984. They did it at Radio
Oh,
3,
Great year.
a great
A
year.
great
Devin, you are as
great.
old as the MTV Music Awards.
And
Um,
we're not gonna say how old the MTV Music Awards are.
no. Um,
41 years. Shout it from the rooftops.
Right. And Madonna had performed Like a Virgin, that show, which set
Oh.
the tone and the
Mhm.
precedence moving forward of like, you are allowed to be wacky because essentially the VMAs started as a competitor to the Grammys. The Grammys are like very serious and you dress up and wear suits. And so the MTVs were a rebuttal, I guess,
When
to
did MTV
that
come
culture.
around? Do you
Well,
know?
that's the thing. I guess it was also the 80s.
Yeah. Okay.
So, top 5 most decorated MTV winners. Who do you guys think is first?
Are you saying you say
Yeah,
VMA
Music Video
winners?
VMAs,
Awards,
VMAs, and
VMAs,
yeah,
yeah.
Mariah Carey.
Okay, so fun fact, Mariah Carey won the Video Vanguard Award. And Dev, what that is, it's like their highest honor. It's like a lifetime achievement award or
Lifetime. Oh,
yeah, it's
got
gone
it.
to like Madonna, Michael Jackson, U2, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Um, Mariah Carey won her first award last night and then was also
What?
presented as the Video Vanguard recipient. So she won
What?
her first
Oh,
Moon Man last night.
She's not won before this?
No,
that's surprising.
Feels
I
disrespectful.
kind of agree. This is her 4th decade of her career and she's not won a single award.
Okay, but tell me one music video of hers that you
I'm not
know.
a big Mariah fan.
Well, I'm not either, but like maybe that's why. You know, it's a video
Okay,
music
dumb question.
award.
So VMA, so it's just the award for the music video, it's not the song itself?
No, they have
Yeah.
Song of the Year. Biggest award, though, is Video of the
Oh,
Year, but they do all other awards.
okay.
I'm guessing Madonna has gotta be in the top 5.
Madonna is at the top 5.
Beyonce?
Beyonce is tied with who?
Gaga?
No, Taylor and Beyonce both have 30.
Okay.
Taylor and
Gaga would be up there.
Gaga just surpassed Madonna, and now she has 22. Madonna has 20, and then in 5th place is Eminem at 15.
I loved some Eminem in the early aughts.
Australia loves Eminem.
Artists who have never received a VMA award: Amy Winehouse, Sam Smith, Kesha, Carly Rae Jepsen, and the most surprising of all, Adele.
That's blasphemy.
Not even for Hello?
The internet said although one of her videos, Rolling in the Deep, was a technical award, which means best editing, art direction, cinematography in 2011, she personally has never received an artist VMA.
I mean, I guess if they're really weighting the music video heavily versus just the music, I don't know. I don't know what her videos are
You know
like.
the VMAs are all fan-based, like fan votes.
So not all categories are. Some are by the committee, but some are fan-based, yes.
There's a committee? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then my other question is, Devin, you probably don't have an answer, but Nick, what is your favorite like VMA performance? Do you have one?
Oh, I
No.
mean, I don't know. I can't always. I'm just gonna say paparazzi. That's a safe bet.
I mean, I think that's the right answer. For those of you that are listening and you've never seen Lady Gaga in 2009 Paparazzi, where she bleeds on stage, it is regarded as,
I don't think I've ever seen
well,
that.
we're canceling it.
How have you not seen?
Pause the pod and go
I
do
feel like
some
every
homework.
time I'm in a living room with Trey, it comes on.
She's bleeding? Okay, I'll look it
You
up. I promise after this
have
episode
to
I'll
look
look it
it
up.
up. Other notable performances: Britney Spears with the snake. You know that?
Oh, is
Yeah,
that
I know
when they
it.
kissed?
No, no, that
Did-
was also the VMAs though.
Madonna and Britney and
Britney Spears.
Christina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. God, people are so scandalized.
Huh?
The smooch heard around the world. People shat their pants sideways when that happened.
What do you think was bigger, that or Janet Jackson's nipple slip?
I remember I was in college watching the Super Bowl live with my now husband and some friends, and we all were like, "Was that her nipple?" Like, we saw it happen live.
Yeah,
We were
I
like,
remember seeing it
"Man."
live.
Okay, we should have Chad join. Can he hear us?
I can hear you. How are you?
Oh,
Hello.
hey.
Can you hear me?
Hello. We can. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Where are you? It kind of looks like you're at an Oval Office or something.
It is my office. It weren't so bright in here, you could see the Capitol behind us.
I often call Chad
Huh?
and he's like in what room is that? The Oval?
The floor of the house?
On the floor of the house. It's this ornate, really fancy room with all these desks.
I
It's
should
pretty
go over
impressive.
there.
I had a very different picture when you said floor of the house.
This is the floor of the house looks like this.
Oh, yeah,
I've seen
okay.
that on C-SPAN.
Trey's watching a lot of C-SPAN these days.
Nick's gonna give you a little intro.
Hey. This is my best friend Chad. We met in Atlanta probably 15 odd years ago.
More than that.
Yeah, we were roommates. We have gone through a lot of ups and downs, relationships in our own respects, and I wanted to ask Chad here today to talk about some politics. Chad is a state representative for the state of Colorado, but in his career, he's been a pharmacist, a police officer, director of Mississippi Law Enforcement Canine Division, a bomb dog handler, government operations lead for the Red Cross, a owner of a gay bar and manager, 2 separate jobs. He accidentally ran a trucking company for a few years, and he was the manager of global real estate for Landmark Worldwide, managing 27 different countries. Did I miss anything?
Wow.
I'm certain that you did, but it's quite all right. That was plenty.
That's already like 5 pages of a resume, so
It was a lot, and both of those, one of those bars was accidental, like the trucking company.
A man of many talents.
You just never know who you're going to run across in the wild world of Chad.
Speaking of the wild world of Chad, it's good to see you, Chad, under relatively normal circumstances. Like our other encounters have been at my parents' house on Christmas Eve dinner, which is not without its own stressors, or like when someone's in jail. So
Random
it's
events.
nice just to have a normal interaction.
Yes, that is so true. Yeah. And then Trey and Nick and we're just always in trouble when we get together. I don't care where we are, it is going to be a mess. And I love every minute of it.
That is true. Can confirm.
We chatted before. Who would you want to be with if, what is it? You had to hide a dead
If
body?
You had
if you
to.
had to hide a dead body, who would you call?
Yeah, put me on that
And
And Nick
list.
said, Chad.
I immediately said
Yeah.
you.
That was one of the, first things when I moved to Colorado from the South. I was, kind of paying attention to the train and stuff here. And I very seriously asked my manager at the time, I was like, what do you do with the bodies? In New Orleans, you put them in Lake Pontchartrain and they become gator food. And that is that. There's nothing else. There is no
Wait,
DNA.
is that a true story?
That is a true story. Yeah.
The name of that.
There's no way they're ever finding a body if you put them in the marsh. And there are hundreds of miles of bridges. Those bodies just never turn up.
Okay, so our next podcast is true crime about Lake Pontchartrain.
I have certainly never partaken, but it is good information. You should know these things just in case.
To start us off, I wanted to ask a few questions. Are there any bullies you want to call out? We had a bullying episode before, and we all called out a bully, and it was very cathartic.
It was.
You wouldn't know the bullies that I call out. There are a lot of really horrible politicians in this world, but some of them are more local than others.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about the big bully, I'm sure, before we get out of the show, but we have some of our own right here in Colorado as well.
Answered
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
sure
true
you're-
politician.
I am, in fact, a true politician, no question. I come from a long line of politicians. On both sides of my family, all the male members were elected or ran for office or something like that. So
I
I
didn't
grew
know
up
that.
quite literally in politics. Yeah. I don't have any
Yeah,
male member, even like my mom's brother ran for stuff and
Did your dad?
everybody. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Like, is that genetic?
I don't think so. We had a very large family, but a very tight knit family. And oddly enough, we had Republicans and Democrats in the family, and we all just got along and kind of worked it out. And I, went the Democrat path from my favorite uncle. He was the best politician of them all. And here we are.
We want to know what you want to talk about in this segment.
Well, Nick and I were talking a little yesterday about the impact of the big, beautiful bill. So that's probably a decent topic. It's, the current political climate. We're 8 months in of 48 months ish. And the current federal administration is destroying everything that we know, and people aren't even really awake to it yet. So we should probably talk about that. And I don't have to talk about it from a standpoint of like wondering. I can give you very specifics and how it impacts our state.
I wanted to know what it's like being a state representative and what's the impact on y'all with these massive budget cuts to every social program that is helping people?
It's every social program. It's not just the ones that you would think the Democrats like the farmers that voted for Trump. The people that voted for this administration have no idea what's coming. Like, I think there seems to be a la-la land about the realities that are happening around us. It's not that we just stole from the poor to give to the rich. We stole from everyone. They are currently grifting the tax money of every American citizen and taking all of the safety nets that we have from foundational institutions that have existed in the federal government forever, like farm subsidies. Like those are gone. We're going to take 400,000 plus people off healthcare in Colorado. That's real. We can't fix that. There's nothing I can do to stop that from happening. We can't stop the rural hospitals from closing. We can fight, we can sue, we have some ability to try to capture those funds, but the future appropriations, everything after Congress acted and changed the law, they did so that it took effect most immediately, and the sweeping impacts, created legitimate emergencies.
What bill are we talking about?
What Trump called the big beautiful bill is called
Got it.
House
What's the
Resolution 1 in the United States Congress
Got
this
it.
year, in the 119th Congress. That became law July 4th. Go
What?
Wow.
Very American.
America.
What are some things that we will start to notice that, other people are in la la land about, or we don't know about it yet? Can you speak on that?
Well, you're in Texas. I know that Texas thinks that they are somehow Trump immune, but the voters that voted for Trump in Texas are about to find out that all of the things that are happening to all of the blue states are also happening in Texas. All your social programs are going away. Your hospital care is going away. Your insurance cost will, in some cases, possibly double to have things like health insurance, things like subsidies for health insurance for children, like the child health insurance program, which a majority of Americans used. All of those things went away. One of the big things that it did is that it took that money and gave it to huge corporations. I'll give you a real example here in Colorado.
Because they
So in
really need
Colorado,
it right now.
oh no, I know, very much more than the school lunches. It's quite ridiculous, and it's kind of in the realm of like it can't even really be spun, but they're doing it all so quickly that I think that people want to be rah rah for the administration, and they don't realize that they're literally like ruining their own lives. This doesn't turn out well, not only has it already started, but we can't fix it. I don't have a lot of high hopes for us being able to put Jack back in the box at some point in time in many of these issues. It's irreparable harm. Even if we had a full reverse course tomorrow, and some of these things don't go into effect, by the way, until 26 and 27, until after the midterms, there's kind of like the train has already left the station. In the state of Colorado, we have a very unique tax system. We only raise taxes when voters say that we can. So anytime that we want to increase a tax, we have to put that on the ballot and the voters get to vote for it. And that's pretty fair. I actually like that about Colorado. So like in our state, we also have a constitutional requirement that we have to have a balanced budget. We have to vote on a balanced budget. So we're not allowed to borrow money or spend any money we don't have. It's just like your home budget. You either have it or you don't, and you can't spend more than we have. And then we appropriate that money based on what's in the purse. We left in May with a fully balanced budget, but between May and now, we just came back in special session because what passed July 4th impacts our budget so much this year that we were not even going to bring in enough revenue to pay the bills. Like we were not going to have, and I mean literally not have cash in the accounts to write the checks for payroll in the state of Colorado. And so they brought us in for an emergency session, and we just targeted tax cuts that only impacted people that made like more than $1 million a year. And this is not individual income tax because everybody individually pays the same tax in Colorado. The federal government cut a lot of corporate taxes. We came back in and said, can't do that in Colorado. We're going to keep those corporations are still going to have to pay those taxes in Colorado. And we have the authority to do that. But we only
and it's only
touched,
affecting people making,
it's only affecting businesses that we're talking about nets of greater than $1 million, or in certain cases, $500,000. We're not talking about your mom and pop coffee shop. They sold this as big tax breaks, like we're giving all of these businesses tax breaks, but they didn't give
trickle
the
down
small
economics.
business tax breaks. They didn't give your Denver restaurants a tax break. They actually end up paying more. It's really only the major corporate giants. And, those are the kind of people that got Trump elected.
I really
Because
wish you had said the month 8 of 48. Like, 48 months is just like a fuck me, that's a long time. I had not processed that that is indeed where we're at in the overall duration, and it's terrifying.
I have to tell you, as
Just to think how many more months are left and how much more could get unraveled.
having been in politics literally all my life, to be in a chair and in a seat where people really do authentically expect me to solve it. Like, people come to my town halls, and this is not Democrats either, by the way. I represent a very 50-50 district. Some of my town halls, I'm the only Democrat in the room. And I represent my district. So I love having wildly diverse conversations. It's not different across the board. You've got people that don't really know what's happening. They just listen to Fox News and they're like, oh, Trump's doing so many good things. But then when I show them what's happening in Colorado, like, see, touch, and feel it, it's pretty disturbing.
what are the impacts like? Can you get
Well,
real
like,
with us?
we're going to close multiple rural hospitals next year. There's no two ways about it. And those are vital in Colorado. I mean, if you have to get from Summit County to Denver, we have mountains here. We have mountains and avalanches and rock slides.
Be a lot of babies born on the side of the road somewhere.
Yeah. So when you're talking about impacting healthcare in rural areas, you're talking about like there being none, not like another option. So we're going to have to figure some of that out, but we don't have money to just fix it. You take healthcare policy and financing like Medicaid. That is a federal government program that's managed by the state. That has always historically fundamentally been a 90% of the money comes from the federal government. And they're going to turn that into where they're going to pay 60% at best. So the state is going to have to, and we're talking more than our entire state budget for this amount of money. They also changed the rules so much that they're kicking people off. So you take somebody that's got an adult child with Down syndrome, we're going to kick those people off of Medicaid multiple times a year and make them reapply. Or tell them that they need to go get a job. But if they get a job, then they're off of Medicaid anyway, and then they can only get some sorts of subsidies and programs. And that's quite literally what we're telling people that have to happen. This is not I know this sounds bad, guys. What I'm saying to you is what is so. It is not like you can. This is hear
It's
it from
kick
someone
them
that
off
has
to
to make these.
reapply to slow down
Yes.
the funding.
Our experts estimated that we're adding an additional $27 million in administrative expenses to our department that manages Medicaid, and disapproving services and not adding a single service. I mean, it's
That's ridiculous.
unthinkable.
Wow.
It's so wild that you can't believe
Evil.
it. But these people are scared, and they call my office, and I have my staff working through reapplications, and we're recording videos with them while we're doing it so that we can understand their step-by-step processes. What most people don't get is the money will just be gone. We have some safety nets here and there in some of these departments, but when you really don't fund the departments, they will just close. There's nothing we can do. We can't keep good employees if we can't pay them.
Yeah.
Chad, I am interested, the position you're in. You've got people coming directly to you with these terrible situations like the ones you're describing. And you're in a little bit of a spot where it has to feel like you're pushing a rock uphill most days. How do you just avoid burnout in that role? Like, how do you stay sane?
I think that it's more like getting settled in for the climb. You know that once you start going up the face of the mountain, that there just is no turning back. You really celebrate the wins. I'm a fan of big fights, so I pick things that I can fight particularly well. I'm really good in public safety spaces. Disability issues. I am a champion for our disability community in Colorado, and I will fight everyone. I will fight the governor's team. I will fight the legislature. We will get things solved here. And I'm meticulous with details. So I have a lot of work that I can get down in, and I attract people that like that kind of stuff. So we will get to work on policy, and that will keep you sane. But it is like, eating the Cliff Bar hanging off a cliff. You know that you have to keep climbing, and you've got to have food
Yeah.
for the fight. And, you got to kind of stay settled up for it.
It reminds me of there's a Ruth Bader Ginsburg quote that she says, the symbol of America is not the eagle, it's the pendulum. And
Mm-hmm.
when America swings too far one way, it's bound to swing back. And I think what we're seeing now is the backlash to, the woke culture, Obama being president, and we're swinging really far the other way. And I'm holding my breath. I'm hoping that it swings back.
So I had the good fortune to have breakfast with John Lewis in Atlanta several times when I lived there. It was something that was fortunate for me, having worked with the Red Cross. And his office was like 3 blocks away from our apartment.
What
And
an icon.
we talked sometimes about that thing. It really does feel like this isn't quite pendulum. And I don't want to have on your podcast be fully negative about this, but the seriousness of like, we can't fix some of these things. You have a tit, and then you have a tat, and then you have a tit, and then you have a tat, and the Democrats win, and then the Republicans win the midterms, and then we really have.
We've tatted too far.
Yeah. So the thing is I am no longer a proponent of hope. That was good for us for a season.
We can't end there.
I think that it's really time for us to, I don't know if I can say this on your podcast, but it's time to buck the fuck up. Like, people have to start being very real about, this is real life. These are real people. These are real children in school. This is real law enforcement and crime. These are real things we're talking about. It is without question going to impact you and your family. And you better start being responsible for it and fight like it's your family at stake, because it is your family at stake. If you get to vote again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but like, damn, this is real. We have a president in the White House that says that he's going to run for another term in his second term.
Yeah.
As a felon, pedophile.
We were saying in the beginning of the episode that we wanted to make this episode a little bit more peppy because last episode was about murderers and stuff. And we are just, so peppy this week.
Our wrap session is usually everyone give one piece of unsolicited advice. Lightning round.
I'm limiting you to 45 seconds for your answer, Chad.
Hey, you brought a politician on.
I tried to warn y'all.
This is what I do for a living.
My unsolicited advice is, I was on a plane today, and I think normally people don't clap on planes, but I appreciate when people clap when the plane lands.
Every time, or
I'm not,
when there's
I
a
just
special
think
occasion?
it just provides a little bit of joy, and I always kind of just like laugh to myself when I'm not going to be the person that is clapping, but I appreciate a clapper. So my unsolicited advice is perhaps clap when the plane lands.
My unsolicited advice, this is not really my advice, but I'm passing along some advice that was given to me. And actually, Chad, after just listening to everything you shared, this feels more appropriate than ever. When you feel like the world is kind of coming apart at the seams and want to tune it all out, pick one issue, pick one thing that you care deeply about, and trust that other people will pick their one issue. And allowing yourself to pick that one issue means you can focus your time and your energy and your impact on that one thing.
What's your thing that you're focusing on?
Gun safety. So there's a really great organization called Everytown, also partners with Moms Demand Action. And yeah, I wish it wasn't so relevant constantly, but the number of school shootings that have happened this year alone is disgusting. And as someone who has kids who come home and tell me, I saw the intruder light on before the announcement came on and told me it was a drill, and panicked for the first 30 seconds that they thought there was really an intruder in their building. There are moments like that where it really strikes close to home. And also, as someone who is hoping to work in a school one day, a really fucked up world. So that's my one issue. But pick yours, and I don't know, either get involved locally or set up $10 a month donating whatever you can. It doesn't have to be a lot, but pick one issue where you feel like you can stay informed because you care enough to do it.
I love that.
You just mentioned two organizations that are near, and dear to my heart.
Chad,
Nick,
do you
what's
have
yours?
any? Oh, I'm passing mine to Chad. I yield my time.
I lost my father this year, and it was a profound moment in time realizing that I have made a practice in life to make sure that I tell people that I love them, and that I stay in a pretty complete state with people. Like, if we're in an argument, we complete it, but was able to fly home and be with him as he was passing. And we had some moments together, even at the very end. And one of the things that I was so moved by was that there was never a question between the two of us what we thought and we felt and we shared. And those are difficult conversations, and they're super weird with your friends sometimes. But have them, like, have the weird, fucked up conversations with your friends about how much you care about them and why you care about them and what you think about them and why you think that about them, and just go ahead and get them out. It always turns out. And man, when the shit hits the fan, it's really comforting to know that all of that stuff was said.
You've always been one to wear your heart on your sleeve, Chad.
You noticed.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this was a joy. I'm sorry that we talked about such horrible things. We could have talked. We have much fun things to talk about. And I don't know that I've ever had such a horrible conversation with the three of you. But these are the reality. I mean, people really do need to pay attention to what's happening right now. This is real.
Yeah.
No, I think sometimes it's like people just love to sugarcoat things, and it was a little difficult, I think, to hear, but it's like coming from the horse's mouth. Is that an expression?
Yeah, that is an
Call Chad a
expression.
whore.
I have been
But
called
anyway,
a horse.
I appreciate.
Yeah.
Register to vote.
Yeah.
Go vote. Get other people to vote.
Well, thank you, Chad.
I love y'all.
We love you.
Love y'all.
Peace out.
Oh my God, I forgot.
It's the new
Peace out.
tagline.
Peace out. Music by Moer. Editing and design by Trey House.